English, please. Subtitles enabled. Back. Next. Next. Reading save games. Homes across the nation await the king's speech in our darkest hour. Northern Delhi blitz rages on across Britain. Christmas Eve, 1940. Okay, 140 miles away. Oh, was the kidnapping a different scene? Okay, let's see. Oh, by the way, if you didn't notice that, details like one of his arms was like shaking. It's probably because of the cold. If it's because of the cold, then it's a fine detail. I mean, it also could be because he's nervous or because of like he's gonna steal a child, right? So he's probably nervous, or it could be both. Dover Lane. And he just casually breaks the lock. Doesn't even check his surroundings if someone is like watching him or something. He's gonna go in. Jody SFX, Nathan Neal, Jordan Aspostol, Robert Beard, Harry Johnson. He's sneaking around. And the door is just opened, huh? They didn't notice anything. Interesting. Characters, James Burton. Martin Cossens, David Smith for the coding. Oliver.
Come on, you're going to miss it.
Tell them to start without me. I need to check on Marie.
She'll be fine. You don't need to check on her every 5 minutes. Come on, it's starting.
Okay, you're right.
You're right. Okay. And he's gonna casually just steal the baby. Okay, June 22nd, 1954. Oh, so this is a different incident. Ah, see, I was quite confused at first about some of the things, but now I guess it makes sense because these two are like different incidents.
For the best part of my later years, I worked as a private investigator. I'd seen many a terrible case. Sadly, most of them unresolved. But in 1954, something terrible and far closer to home happened that I could not avoid. And it happened right here, in Dahlia View.
Dahlia View. Oh, you can hear the kidnapper. I didn't notice this at first because, well, whatever. I was like adjusting my sounds then. But you can like hear the kidnapper going through and jumping around and like breaking the top flower pot. And the police seems to have come. Okay. He's gonna wake up any time now.
The police are here. What on earth is all the commotion?
Okay, so let's get into our wheelchair. I like the sounds.
Now, where's my camera? I need to see what's going on outside my window.
Mm-hmm. Can I go somewhere else? Oh, I can. I'll just go there later. I'll just pick this up. Pick the camera up, and nothing else seems to be interactable here. Why do you have a picture of a fruit? Is that a golden apple? Or is that a normal apple that just looks like a golden apple? Who knows? Camera.
Now, I can get a closer look.
Stop investigating here. Let's go here. Up. See, we're already back where we were before.
What on earth is all the commotion?
Okay. Tony Morgan's blood. Blunt force trauma.
Oh, that's Tony Morgan's blood. My God, I hope he's all right. Please let him be all right.
Hello, governor. Fine day we having today. Care for a CP of a ball, what? Okay, and who are you, dude?
Harold Levy owns most of the flats in Dahlia View. I wonder if he saw something.
Of course, the neighborhood grandma.
Old Mrs. Doer. She's usually peering through her window watching our neighbors. It's past her bedtime. Shirley Downs. She runs the Crow's Nest. Her office overlooks the courtyard. Bound during abduction. Dear God. Charlotte May, Mr. Morgan's daughter, has been kidnapped. Theodore and Annabelle McKee, I believe. I really should get to know my neighbors better.
Smashed during the attack.
Smashed plant pot. I must have slipped through it. I should have come to my window sooner.
Did I check everyone? I think I did. This is the last one, probably. What's this?
Chloroform. What on earth?
Possible chloroform dragging. And I think with that, everything is done. Let's get out of the observation.
A kidnapping right on my doorstep. Who doesn't bear thinking about? Imagine if it was Catherine. Time to pay my neighbors a visit and see what they know.
Okay. I wish there was a way to rotate this. I mean, I know it doesn't serve any purpose, but some games have those. But it's just cool to like rotate stuffs, objects, you know. The inner workings of criminal mind. Okay. Wait, can I zoom in? But I can't rotate. Okay. So I'm investigating this. Probably can't go inside there. Let's pick up our notebook. Okay, Lady Dewar. Lady Door is an elderly woman who occupies the old manor house next door to my block of flats. Last we spoke, she seemed to have some little time for me and handed me a brooch. She lives alone, and I think it's safe to say that most people at Dahlia Valley know little to nothing about her. Her house looks like the perfect place to hide someone. Old, dark, and mostly abandoned. Okay. Shirley Downs. Shirley Downs is the landlady of Crow's Nest, the pub where searchers of Charlotte May are meeting. Other than the noise from nightlife, even I don't ever hear from her. She's always looked at the confident person. She always looked like a confident person from afar. I was surprised to see how unnerved she was when talking about Harold Levy. It will be interesting to find out more about her when I get around it. Harold Levy. Harold Levy is my landlord and the owner of Levy and Sons Garage. He holds a lot of power at Dahlia Valley until now. He kept to himself and not given me a reason of concern, most likely because I pay him my rent on time. He was very rude when we spoke, and it and if looks were to go by, I wouldn't put much past the man. Annabelle McKee. Annabelle McKee is a housewife and married to Theodore. I believe her sister Shirley Downs is the landlady of Crow's Pub. Annabelle seemed a little odd when we spoke and had strong opinions of her neighbor, Mr. Dewar. I wouldn't go as far as to say cruel, but she clearly is a person of her views and seem over eager to share. I don't know her well enough to judge yet, but she has got my attention. Theo McKee. Theodore works at Levy and Sons Garage as a mechanic. On the odd occasion I see him leave the gate carrying various musical instruments. When we spoke, he seemed to want his wife Annabelle to say a little less to me than she did. Perhaps he didn't want her to give something away. On the other hand, he did seem eager to join the search party. If experience has taught me anything at all, I should at least keep an eye on him. But why are you writing all of this beforehand? Like, shouldn't you write this after like going and talking to them? Or is the notebook something I'm supposed to find later and I just did it before the time? I mean, the objective was to like talk to the neighbors, and he did say he wants to talk to the neighbors. Who knows? But to me, it just feels like if I'm like going somewhere, if there are like things before going there, as a player, I'm obviously gonna investigate and pick them up, right? Okay, I'm guessing that's the outdoors, right? Can't go anywhere else. Oh, was this the sink? Soap, the sea soap or D soap? Oh, I have to move them with my mouse, like while clicking them. Okay.
I must ask Catherine if she'll get me some more shopping.
Ration book, Ministry of Food. If found, return to the office. Issue 7th May. Bread, coffee. And what was the point of this? Nothing. Is that it? Okay. What about the fridge? Postcard. Welcome to Pineville. How to read? Well, I guess there's nothing to read except this, which I can read without any help. Postcard tickets. Riverport Pavilion, The Fall of King, a ticket of admission, Saturday, June uniform. Blah blah blah. Is that it? Okay. Can I open? Nope. Okay, let's go outside now. Q, standard, R, cinematic. Okay. I don't get what's the difference though. Okay, standard, cinematic. Okay. I just don't see any difference at all. Nothing to click here, right? Nope. Yeah, I seriously don't see any sort of difference between cinematic and standard movement. Go talk to these people now. I know I'm supposed to get to the elevator, but I just in case, I just want to like go near the other place and see if there's anything interactable. Okay, the button, click it. It's coming up, right? Well, it is lit up, so I'm guessing it's coming up. Okay, let's just move into it with style. Flats 5 and 8. Exit. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go towards the exit, but I wanna like explore a bit, even though I do like 90% feel like that exploring here now at this moment like is like not is pointless, not fruitful. I like the graphics of this game. Looks nice. Okay. The exit is, I'm guessing that's the exit. But what if I go there? No, I can't. Okay.
Charlotte May could only be 7 or 8 years old. Why would someone want to take her? It doesn't make any sense.
Unless Charlotte May is the kid who we first saw being kidnapped at like 1950 or 40, which, or whatever. I think, what if like the Charlotte May is the kid that someone kidnapped and brought to them, or they themselves kidnapped, and now the rightful owners, like the rightful, sorry, parents, not owners, like kidnapped her back. But now, why would, like, we did saw a string of ropes, right? Why would their parents like bind her?
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Good evening.
Terrible what's happened, isn't it?
So you know what happened.
They're looking for a kidnapper. A search is about to start in the Pine Woods.
My sister, Shirley, she owns the pub across the way. The searchers are all meeting there first.
What do you know about the kidnapping, Mr. Conway?
Not much. That's why I'm talking to the pair of you.
You should talk to the old busybody over in her big manor house.
Mrs. Doer.
She knows everything that goes on here. I wouldn't be surprised if she saw the kidnapper.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was the kidnapper.
That's an awful thing to say.
Well, have you seen her? Always fawning over that little girl. All alone in that big house. Plenty of room to hide someone.
I can see that you've put a lot of thought into this, Mrs. McKee.
A little too much, love.
Well, I'm not the only one who thinks it.
Oh, blast. What time is it?
It must be a little after midnight by now, surely.
The search is starting without me. I have to get my coat. You'll forgive me, Mr. Conway?
Yes, good night.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
We'll talk again soon.
Hmm. Okay, I either this is like port designing where they like put in these informations beforehand, or I'm supposed to like thoroughly stick to the linear port line and do whatever they tell me. Because it could be that I was supposed to come here, talk to them, and then get back at my home and then pick up my notebook. But in which case, why would you give me the option to pick up my notebook at all in the beginning if you're like, if I'm supposed to like get the notebooks afterwards, you know? I probably can't get inside, but I'm just gonna try. Yeah, I can't. Oh, am I supposed to investigate the stuffs? No? Well, I can't investigate with this one, but the other one did show a pop-up of a key. The stain.
Mr. Morgan must have taken quite a hit.
Okay. So, him getting hit is real? Not fake? Hmm.
So the kidnapper smashed this during the altercation.
Ah, he used this to hit him in the head? I thought he just stripped. I thought the kidnapper just stripped and fell on the flower pots or something. Obviously, another one. I think I'm supposed to go around to. Oh no.
It never fails to amaze me what some people are capable of.
How did you get inside this rope? Well, I can see how you can get inside, but I just feel like it's not something that someone in a wheelchair would do.
Good evening, Mr. Levy. Evening. How strange times we live in when a girl can be taken on your doorstep.
You ain't wrong. It's a bloody mess.
Did you see what happened at all?
Nah.
How well did you know Charlotte May? You lived next door. You must have seen her a lot.
I hope they're gonna clean all this mess up tonight. I've got a business to run.
I'm sure this must be a great inconvenience to you.
That reminds me. Rent day tomorrow. Don't be late.
I haven't forgotten.
Good. Keep it that way, and we'll get along just fine.
May I ask what you were doing tonight?
No.
I mean, it can't be him, right? Like in this sort of like stories, detective games, or like movies, there's always this person who looks.
Conway, may I have a moment?
Sure. Who like looks like terribly evil, and it feels like obviously they are gonna be the culprit, but at later words you find out that they are not the culprit. In fact, they're like a big softy on the inside or something. You know, kind of like from Home Alone. There's always this big from the first Home Alone, that shovel guy, and from the second Home Alone, that bird lady, pigeon lady. Hey, look, I can. You like this? Hey, girl, look at how I spin my wheels. What do they call it? Drifting? Okay, I'm like near.
Do you know what's happened?
Never mind all that. Your daughter is a police officer, is she not?
Uh-huh.
She is.
She is.
Here, I found this.
I like how detailed her face is. Brooch. Oh, so this is the brooch you were talking about in the notebook. Like this brooch, yes. I mean, why not?
What's this then?
A brooch. I found it on the floor here. It probably belonged to that poor girl. Thought I'd better pick it up before Shirley Downs gets her mitts on it.
What do you mean by that?
Never mind. Perhaps you can make sure it finds its way to your daughter.
I will, and thank you for telling me.
Just doing my duty.
Can you tell me what you meant about Shirley?
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Did you see anything else at all?
Just make sure to give your daughter that brooch.
I'm beginning to see a pattern here. Like, for some reason, every time I talk to someone, they just, instead of finishing the whole conversation, they just go away. Signs of struggle.
Tie up a small child.
Miss Downs, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can come back if you need some time.
No, it's fine. I'm just... I can't believe this is happening so close to home. Well, maybe I can.
What do you mean by that?
Not everyone in Dahlia View is as they seem, Mr. Conway.
Miss Downs, who are you referring to?
That son of a bitch right there, with the smug look on his face.
Mr. Levy?
He's not
Why
here
not?
anymore.
I mean, what do you really know about him?
Well, I pay him my rent once a fortnight, but no other than that. I didn't really speak to the man.
Well, sadly I do. He's up to something. You must have noticed all the strange deliveries, coming and going at night.
You think he took Charlotte May?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry. Miss Downs, what are you basing this on?
Experience, Mr. Conway. You'll excuse me, I need to help the police with their search.
So everyone is just suspicious of everyone else.
There's Mr. Morgan.
Where? This way? Which way did you say Mr. Morgan was? Oh, is he outside his home? Ah, yeah. He's outside. Oh, Mr. Morgan! You care for a sip of your bowl of water?
Hello, Mr. Morgan. My name is Robert Conway. I live in flat 23.
Yes, I've seen you around, Mr. Conway.
Well, you see, I thought I'd better come over and check you're okay. Some of our neighbors seem to be content just to stare. I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter.
Very kind of you. I'm sorry, but I'm late joining the search. I've been talking to the police for over an hour.
Of course, I understand. The police officer you spoke to was most likely my daughter.
Is that so?
Yes, she's a very determined young lady. If anyone is going to find your daughter, it's her. I was once a private investigator myself, so I know how her mind works.
Well, it's comforting to know I'm surrounded by such competent minds, Mr. Conway.
I'd like to offer my services too, if you'd permit me.
And
That's very
are
kind,
British
but
people
I
so
don't
always
have
so
the money, I'm
respectful?
afraid.
Mr. Morgan, no. I'm a father myself.
Like, is it the
I
way
meant
they
to say
talk,
that
or is it
at your
does their
disposal.
grammar
Very
make them
generous.
seem very
But the police said
respectful?
that-
All I'd be doing is observing
Respectful.
and talking to people. And if I find anything, I'll be sure to share it with Catherine.
Catherine.
My daughter, the police officer.
Right, of course.
That reminds me. I have this brooch. Does this mean anything to you?
That's Charlotte Mays.
Now, you see how the simplest detail can be overlooked, even by the police. Best to have as many eyes on the case, in my
Yes.
experience.
I see
Police
your
are
point.
all incompetent.
May I have it back, please?
Only me.
Would you mind if I kept onto it for a day or so, in case it proves to have some use?
Yes, of course. If you think it would help. I would very much like you to return it, though.
As soon as I have something to report back to you. You have my word.
What if the father did the
So-
kidnapping himself?
Where do you suppose you'd begin?
Well, right here.
In Dahlia View?
Yes.
Where else?
It's my experience that it's usually someone who knows the victim.
Perhaps
Do you
it's
mean
the
to tell me
father?
that one of my neighbours has my girl?
No, I'm merely saying that it's a logical place to start.
Now I see. That's why the police searched my house. Because I'm a suspect. I
What?
suppose.
That's the way it works, I'm sorry to say.
So they're not even looking for the real kidnapper.
What are you
I
talking
can
about?
assure you they will be.
I mean, they are looking for the real
Tell me,
kidnapper.
Mr. Conway, and be honest. Are you going to look for my girl?
I promise you. I'll stop at nothing.
Why
until
are
I
you
find
saying this to this random man you never
For
met?
now, I need you to think of anyone who could have taken Charlotte May.
I don't know.
Think. Anyone or anything at all.
Mr. Conway, who do you know who could do such a thing?
I see your point. Well, for now, perhaps try to get some rest. Charlotte May needs you to be strong for her.
You'll excuse me, Mr. Conway. I'm going to join the search and find my little girl.
That's fair enough, Mr. Morgan. Good night, and good luck.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Okay, so what's my objective right now? I still can't go inside the home. And doesn't seem like there's anyone here. Everything is done. You're not gonna write any notes about what's his name? Morgan? So okay, new objective. You return to my home to piece together information I have collected. I bet this is where you're supposed to go back and take the notepad, but still a very bad design if you ask me. Like if you're just going to be so
Dad?
much linearly
Catherine.
focused on story.
I thought I might bump into you tonight.
Well, I shouldn't be here, what with you living so close. Conflict of interest and all.
Are you finished here?
Almost, yes. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's poor Charlotte May I'm worried about. Anyway, look at you. I rarely get to see you in your uniform. You look good.
Thank you. I wish it was a little more comfortable.
Catherine, can I ask, what have you found?
I'm not allowed to tell you, you know that. Besides, I don't have all the details myself, and my sergeant isn't exactly forthcoming with new recruits.
Hang in there. You're an asset. They'll come to see how intelligent you are.
Thank you. All I can say is that it looks as though Tony Morgan's daughter has been kidnapped.
Awful news. May I ask why they're searching the Pine Woods? Do they know where the kidnapper went?
No. It's a dead end. We're clueless, but we can't be seen to be doing nothing. And the locals suggested the woods, so...
Dear God. I perhaps wonder if I should talk to my neighbors again.
Hang on, again?
Yes, Catherine, I've been thinking, and...
Dad,
What?
I know this is happening on your doorstep, but please don't get any ideas.
I'm a naturally curious person, you know that.
You don't do this anymore. Leave it to us, please.
Well, do the police have any ideas?
Dad, I mean it. Don't get involved.
Well, I'd like to help you.
I want to do this on my own.
I didn't realize what this means to you.
I meant to say, I want to do it the right way. By the book. Please promise me.
Okay, I promise. I'll leave the police work up to you.
Thank you. Anyway, I'd better be off. I have to make a statement before the morning press. My sergeant is finally trusting me with something.
Well, you'd better hurry. I'll look out for your article in the morning paper.
Right. I'm off. Please go back inside. You'll catch a chill.
Night, my love.
Night, Dad.
The last thing I want is to upset Catherine. I can tell how serious she is about her case. I've never seen her so driven. I suppose I'll still develop the photos I've taken of the crime scene. I might have captured something that the police did not. And I won't be stepping on Catherine's toes if I stay in my flat and out of the way.
Okay, so I sense that the daughter is like struggling to be a police or something. Not, well, at least a competent police. So, because he's saying that it means so much to her, but it's kind of like angers me. Like, why don't you like
The
just to
police
prove?
have marked out several pieces of evidence that are likely related to the attack. However, Mrs. Doer handed me a brooch that was found at the scene. Mr. Morgan later confirmed it belonged to Charlotte May. Could the brooch be a missing piece of the puzzle?
Oh, did you not give the brooch to her? Okay, so the part that angers me is that surely there's some sort of like inferiority complex or something going on. Like she's like insecure about her work. She like wants to be good or stuff like that. The stuff that angers me is that this is someone's daughter that got kidnapped who's like 6 or 7 years old. Why'd you care about all this petty stuffs when like there's an actual life at stake? Answer the question to solve evidence board, connect the pin from question
I
1.
wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
Okay. No. A photo I took courtyard incidents. Okay. Hmm. The
I
pro.
wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
Okay, first of all, okay, now I think I know how to do this, and
I wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
I mean,
So, if Mrs. Doer was right about where she found the brooch, it means the kidnapper must have come past her manor house at some point during the abduction. I forgot to give Catherine the brooch. There just hasn't been a good time.
I mean,
Sounds like I have mail.
okay, I mean, I figured that was the answer. The reason why I was looking the other photos is because I was thinking that surely they can't give me such a simple puzzle, right? It seems like I have to like connect all of the dots instead of just one.
I should
But
check what
apparently
that mail was through my door.
I just have to connect one, and you're not even gonna let me interact with the evidence or stuff like that, right? Okay. I should return to my home to the evidence.
Now what's this?
An envelope. Okay. Are you gonna take the envelope? Am I supposed to... What am I supposed to do here? I just... No. Oh, I need to open the door. And then... Is there anything else? No, just this. Okay. Okay, I'm confused. What am I supposed to do? I can't like back out, right? I can't take the envelope. Like, once the envelope is here, there's no interaction button. Am I supposed to press something? Like, the only option it gives is stop examining. There's like a zoom button here. Okay, am I supposed to like open the door somehow? No? Is the game bugged? Is that what's happening? Is the game bugged somehow? Is there like an... What's the controls here? Use mouse interaction, mouse to gender, horizontal. Okay, so everything is down. Done with the mouse. Rewind keys or no? Okay. Left, right, accelerate, look, up, left. Okay. Direction. Take photo, notepad, tab, items, E, read, R. Okay. Is that... Am I supposed to read the envelope? R, E, R, E, 1, 2, 4, 5. Tab. What? What am I supposed... Oh, wait, what? How did I do this? Did the envelope not move? But I didn't... Why is it not moving now? I did something that made it move, but I don't know what that is. Okay, I think I'm just gonna call it quits for today. I'll have to see the key binding more, figure out what's the problem. So that's it for today, I guess. Bye.